Hey guys, great fight. I mean, what does this just say about the resilience of this team? I mean, the past 24 hours and just in general has been just insane.
Yeah, I mean, we're making kind of like deposits in effort, and in resilience. We're not backing down given the results of these games, and we know everyone's fighting for their lives right now. So I think we're doing what we can to play hard and hopefully net some wins. Yeah.
So for both of you, first for NECA, can you talk about Dom's growth, Dom's performance in this game, and Dom, for you, like the challenge of going against Aaliyah Boston and how you felt?
Yeah, I mean, every day is a different Dom. She is growing and progressing in so many different ways. Wise beyond her years. She understands the game very well. And there's also a maturity about how she approaches the game. And I can tell that she wants to learn, but I'm also learning from her. So I'm grateful that I'm starting to develop kind of like a post or a front court relationship between me, Dom, and Ezzy.
For me, it's just about going in the game, whoever is the opponent, and just being the energy that I can bring. They're not asking much from me. They're just asking me to bring the energy, go out there, be 100%. So that's what I try to do, and yeah, be locked in on the defensive side, bring what I can bring. And when it's game like this, when it's tough games, I love the fact that they start trusting me more and more and keep me on the court in difficult minutes. So I really love it, and I really love the support from NECA, from my postmate and everybody, that they're always behind me and cheer for me. So yeah, it's just a great environment here to grow.
Hey guys, so a lot of looks at it late from three. They didn't go down, but how do you kind of mentally, get back on track after you kind of get the looks you want, but they just don't go down in that moment?
You keep shooting, you keep shooting, you keep getting the reps on non-game days. You get some rest, you adjust, and it's next play. I think that's something that we're trying to embody, is even in these times when things don't go our way, not succumbing to it, and so staying sharp. I've been playing for a long time, and what I realized at this point in the season is what you do as a daily discipline is what's going to get you out, of the end of the season and in the postseason. You can't start working on skills now. That happened back in March, and even before then. So ensuring that we continue to go through our daily vitamins of what we do every day, the mundane things, the small things that seem innocuous, the things that people skip over. That's what makes the big plays in the end. So we're going to stick to that.
Question for either of you. Sort of at around 2.5 minutes left in the game, Skylar got a steal, missed the layup, got back up really quickly, got the rebound, got the and one. Obviously, the eventual result didn't go your way, but those sorts of plays, what do they do for you mentally to keep the energy up late in a close game?
You were in that play. You can talk about that.
No, we call it championship plays. It's just the play that just give us the energy and showed us that even if we down 15-20, we always have a need to bring that energy, never give up. It was really a never give up play, and it was a close game. So those plays are the plays that keep us in the game, and that helps to bring the energy up and go back on defense and have a great stop. So yeah, I mean, we were all hyped up after that play, and it just kept us rolling after in the game.
Hi, ladies. For Dom, your growth has been evident this season, but how has your confidence grown in this game alone with Noel closing or having you in the closing lineup, and for NECA, how big of an energy shift did Dom bring in the second quarter to get you guys back into the game?
I mean, yeah, when the coach keeps you on the court in the closing lineup, of course, that's a great show of trust. So I just talked to her a lot. She I just ask her what she wants from me, and I just go on the court and do what it needed to done. So yeah, it's just about keep growing, keep working, and keep showing that I can be on the court during that time too, and I can bring what I can bring and what is needed from the team at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, you know, exactly. She's out there because of what she just said. You know, the focus is there, and we communicated to each other what we needed in that moment, and she came in and delivered immediately. So, being able to, you know, she's not just a spark coming off of the bench. She is artillery, and so we have to continue to flow with her when she's out there. And I'm glad that I can be out there, hopefully helping her be great.
My question is for Dom. You had a tough assignment over there with Damiris Dantas, and although the outcome of the game wasn't what you all expected, you did come up with the upper hand. Can you talk a little bit about the matchup with her?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Can you talk a little bit about your matchup with Damiris Dantas?
Oh, she's a great player. She's versatile. She can shoot. So of course, the scouting it was a little bit different with her. I mean, as I said before, no matter the opponent, I try to be ready. When I scout all the post players, so I'm ready to defend any of the post. So yeah, it was just about being focused on the scout with her. We knew that she could shoot the ball, so it was a little bit different from her than Boston or Howard. But in general, it's just about being ready for any post. So when I do my scouting, I just scout all the post players.
All right, final question. We'll go to Jeff.
So for Nneka, last game you guys gave up 60 points in the paint, and then this one it was over 50. Maybe defensively, either schematically or what have you, what are you kind of seeing that's maybe you guys need to clean up?
No, I mean, I think that we can, and I know that we can be better at the point of attack, you know, stopping the ball. That's first and foremost. I think at times we get a little bit overstimulated and anxious around trying to stop everything. You know, it starts with the ball. And so whatever action is happening on the ball is what trickles throughout a defensive possession. So just being sharper at the point of attack, which I think we did a little bit better today, especially in the second half, is something that we can continue to, you know, to do to secure some wins.
Thanks, Nneka. Thanks, Dom.
Thanks, you guys.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, can you just talk a little bit about Dom's performance today? I mean, that was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah, that she played solid minutes. She was at the end of the game. You know, good energy. Her length defensively, I think, helped deter some shots. Being in the paint and able to, you know, be efficient in that area, and just providing a lot of the energy that we needed to kind of get through a game like this, in which we were a little bit fatigued from a physical standpoint, but I don't think fatigue came into factor. I thought that the group kind of got their minds to where they needed to be to really compete today. But yeah, Dom running the lanes, just providing some presence in the paint, which is really positive.
Coach, kind of a two-parter. With last game and this game, you guys have given up 60 points in the paint and over 50 today. Defensively, like schematically, what do you need to clean up there? And like second part of that is, would a lineup with Ezi, Dom, and Nneka, like does that work at all for you?
I'll address the points in the paint. Yeah, it's, you know, a couple of things disrupting. Natasha got like some dump downs in the paint. I think from our over rotations and over help, some of that was there. And then a lot of that is some post touches, and some of that is, you know, having some resistance at the point of attack with our ball screen stuff. And the third part about it is just KYP and guarding our yard one-on-one. So a lot of things are kind of happening from that standpoint. When Ezi's not on the floor, it's kind of hard. We don't have complete rim protection. But I think we have to get sharper with our point of attack defense.
From around the about 2 minutes left, you were down by 3. At that point, I think you threw up 4 3-pointers before Dom hit that 2, about 12 seconds left in the game. Because, the team was only 2 of 15 from 3 tonight, did you want your team to start shooting 3s so early? Did you want to maybe get early 2s? Just what was the sort of game plan?
How
at
many
the end there?
seconds was left?
For which one?
For what you're asking about?
I think there was like about a minute left. I think when there's about like 40 seconds where there was like 4 3-point shots, I think.
I don't remember. I have to watch the film. I have we were in some situations, late game. So you want my team to stop? You're asking me, do I want them to stop taking threes?
I was more asking, did you want them to take 3s earlier? Were you thinking about going for quick 2s?
Or just whatever the shot selection, whatever is open. I think Sky had good looks at them.
Yeah.
To me, their point blank period, I will live or die with her taking the shots that she feel like is open. So it wasn't, our offense was away from me, so a little bit difficult to, video game it a little bit. But I trust them to take whatever shots that they see available open.
Coach, looking at the stats, both teams have fairly similar stats. I know there's still film to watch, but what's your first assessment of what is the big differentiator in this game?
The points in the paint in our second quarter. I think that, giving up 25 and, not being efficient there in that quarter kind of set us back. But we were able to fight back second half, score 20 in both quarters and try to find some groove offensively. But I thought that we did a great job on Mitchell. I thought that there are some possessions in which Sophie Cunningham got loose and was too open. So locking into their other 3-point shooters, we could have been sharper in those areas. But yeah, the points in the paint I think at the half is like 32, something crazy. So just addressing how to kind of be more resistant in that area.
Hey, Coach. So being disruptive is kind of the MO of this team on defense. Kind of turn up in moments at the end of the game. How do you kind of keep that energy up to stop runs like what Boston had late throughout the game, or is that kind of something that you can have in spurts?
We weren't disruptive majority of those possessions. We took off our blitzes on Mitchell, and we just started playing solid. They were going guard to post action swipes, and that action is very difficult to defend because now your guard is having to either switch or be disruptive, hedge onto Boston. So where they put her in the floor, and then how she establishes real estate in the paint. She's a difficult matchup because of her power and her aggressiveness down low. But I thought that we did a great job of rallying back, whether it was down 10 or 10 plus where we were. I thought that we put runs together, stops and scores, and the disruption wasn't even during that time that you're asking.
Coach White was in there sort of praising your team's execution down the stretch, presumably, like in particular, that hammer ATO play to get Wheeler the 3 in the corner. And, you have the looks that you had late in this game. Same thing Friday night. Does that sort of speak to kind of the thin margin between victory and defeat in this league?
Yeah, it does. I thought that I'm super proud of our group. Having had a tough game on Friday and coming back and rallying back to get us into position to win the game. Thought that we executed really well in finding the looks that we wanted. And that is, for us, we want to not just have moral victories around those particular things. We are getting better in those areas, and we know that there's going to be deposits and pay dividends coming up. But I think this group needs to feel a win, after getting rewarded for all of their hard work, effort, and to get us into that position. But they're locked in to each other and to one another in those moments, and we just got to get some wins to build that morale up.
Final question, we'll go to Brendan.
Hey, Coach. Speaking about Dom, what does it say about her confidence in your eyes that she was able to close the game, and how big of an energy shift did she create going into the halftime break.
Yeah, it speaks volumes. It's the work, that she's put it in to be ready for these moments. She's growing in a lot of ways, and she's growing in games from, learning about how to guard and defend and be physical to learning where she can, pick her positions to score and give us energy offensively. Like I said, she's smart, she's cerebral, wise beyond her years, and for her to, again, get these reps right now are very important for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.